Hey, Quad Bros, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to an early random update for Enlisted. This just came kind of out of nowhere. I mean, they've kind of been teasing an update is coming, but this feels like borderline a major update because it is fixing one of the biggest gameplay problems that Enlisted has. And yeah, they've been talking about progression. They've been talking about all these issues that, the campaign system. And that's all stuff that we can keep discussing. But this is something that has to do with the actual gameplay. When you shoot somebody in the face, this is a problem. And that problem is dispersion. All right. The accuracy of guns. And that is being absolutely changed and adjusted for most machine guns in Enlisted. So you can see guns like the MG42, the MG34, the Madsen, the everything. Every gun in the game, for the most part here, is seeing an adjustment to its dispersion, which is amazing to see. It's absolutely awesome because dispersion is such a problem in the game right now. I'd love to see this extended to other guns in the game right now. The M1 carbine is also seeing a noticeable change to its dispersion, down 50%. This thing is going to be a laser beam now, guys. Absolute laser beam when it is firing. The Japanese LMGs are also seeing a nice adjustment, which is good. Those guns really suffer. So now when you guys are firing your LMGs, they're going to be a lot more accurate. They're going to be a lot better. And you should see a noticeable increase on the overall accuracy of these things, especially when firing at range and firing from a standing and from a still position. HMG nests are now actually damageable by small arms as well. It used to be that you have to blow them up with like a tank or a grenade or something like that. Now you can just shoot them, but they are stronger than your standard MG nest. Other major changes in this patch include nerfing of white phosphorus. So white phosphorus grenades, the AoE effect of them has been nerfed down to 8 seconds from 15, so nearly halved. Fantastic to see. That's a huge change that a lot of people are going to be happy to see. The M19 Johnson in the Pacific has also seen a buff alongside the FG42 and the FG42-2 to their aim speed. Some other minor changes in this. The Sten SMG recoil has been adjusted slightly. And the weapon, when you buy weapons, you can see who's allowed to use it. And in game, you can also see what class each player on your team is playing. So that's nice to see as well. The armor penetration of the Yak 9K in Berlin, the 30mm or whatever, 36, something like that. Cannon has seen an armor penetration change, so hopefully now we'll be able to pen tanks with that thing. Gamepad controls have been changed. Console players can look through this, pause the video, and check that out. I'm not really sure what all of this means, but hopefully it's good changes for you guys on console. Animations, we've gotten some changed animations, especially in the Pacific, they've said. So check that out if you're playing in the Pacific. Keep an eye out for some different animations and maybe in the other campaigns as well. Had the new visual wind effect added to the flora, the trees, things in the and like that in the Pacific. So keep an eye out for the trees blowing and billowing a little bit more effectively. Maybe if there's a storm, it's more extreme. That'd be pretty cool to see. Some new spark effects, burning effects, so on and so forth from those. Smoke effects, or optimize the smoke effect from a crater after an explosion. Just some nice little stuff that you'd like to see. Some nice little visual quality of life stuff. Some new missions are added, like, some different conquest maps, some different destruction maps. No new maps overall, to my knowledge. Just some different game modes on maps that we already have. Some extra cover being added to the airfield bunker objective. Those of you out there that play a lot of airfield and play Normandy, you'll know what I'm talking about, that bunker objective that has no cover. They added some extra cover to it, so that's nice to see. I'm happy to see that. And they adjusted the balance, the tickets in a lot of the different missions in all the different campaigns. So that's good to see. AI soldiers will no longer obstruct you while you're trying to build something, and they will now run as far as possible away from bombs as they are falling. So that's great. And finally, guys, some smaller quality of life things. Basic items, knives, first aid kits, so on and so forth. You can enter combat by double clicking instead of having to click the little play button. And they added an option to upgrade a bunch of your weapons at the same time or transfer them at the same time. So that's, again, nice little thing to see. That's fantastic. I'm glad, little quality of life things, some little polish being thrown on in preparation of the game launching sometime this year. And then, guys, fix the penetration of wooden objects in the environment. So thin wooden objects like fences, doors, planks are now easily penetrated by guns, but things like house walls, the timbers of trees, tree trunks themselves, right? Like timber being like in Moscow, you have those like tree trunks that are kind of put up as cover. Those are still good cover. Those are still a hard cover But things like fences, doors, planks, those are now soft cover, and you will get shot through those. So keep an eye out. Don't try to use those fences as hard cover and expect to survive for very long. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad that these changes are happening. This is a 9 out of 10 change and update for me. The only thing that I miss and I want more of is more dispersion changes for more guns. So that's what I would love to see. But other than that, guys, fantastic changes across the board. I'm so glad to be seeing them. Guys, again, thank you for watching. Let the devs know down below your guys' thoughts on this new update. I'm sure they'd love to hear it. And without anything else, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe as always, yada, yada, yada. And I'll see you next time. Take it easy.